All right, what else is important? We ain't really discussed anything important yet. Kanye rant?
Sure. I missed some of it because he deleted all his tweets pretty immediately.
But they found, they screenshot
They
him.
screenshot him as soon as he
But I couldn't tell if I caught them all, but break it down.
I'm not putting no more music out till I'm done with my contract with Sony and Universal on God. In Jesus' name, come and get me.
Can you do gunshots when he says on God?
Yes.
Well, I hope he's not required to put out more music to be done with it.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Hey, listen, I'm with Kanye on this rant.
No doubt.
I need a
Well, I don't know about this part.
publicly apology from J. Cole and Drake to start with immediately. I'm Nat Turner. I'm fighting for us. I'm the second richest black man in America. I need all my people with me for us to get free. I'm waiting to meet with Sean Carter also.
That's Jay-Z, by the way. I don't know if y'all knew his government. Why you laugh like that, Mo?
Because, man, Ye is just, he's wild.
What's first? What's first here? What's the order? Bottom. I'm not industry, bro. I don't care. I'm in service to Christ. We need world healing. I miss my brothers. I refuse to argue with black men on labels we don't own, even Twitter.
I respect that.
Yeah. Me too. I have the utmost respect for all listen, I respect everything he said thus far.
Yeah, he ain't saying nothing like crazy. He just
the apology was the demand apology thing was maybe a little crazy, but I don't know the full
Well, you don't know if they owe him an apology or not.
He's demanding an apology. I'm not mad.
Didn't Drake say I drive by your house every day, water gun that shit down? What was that verse?
Water gun
that shit down.
What is that verse?
Your front lawn?
He said something.
Grass.
I remember something he said. I have the utmost respect for.
Kanye was furious at Drake saying, "Bust the left."
You don't bust a left by my house. I have the utmost respect for all brothers. We need to link and respect each other. No more dissing each other. Oh, I said that. Let's stop killing each other. Let's show God that we are God's people. My ego gets the best of me too. God doesn't measure us by money in his kingdom. Let's love each other. I love my brothers and I miss my friends. Real talk.
I feel like there was more.
No, it is more. I just paused it. Yeah. I just paused. Y'all think he's listening to our podcast?
Kanye?
Probably.
Maybe.
Shock me.
Maybe a quarter episode or two. Maybe not a full episode. I can't see Kanye sitting down for 3 hours watching.
I deleted that tweet about riches. The wealth is in our love of family and our brothers and our service of God. Let's rise up. Let's communicate. I need to see everybody's contracts at Universal and Sony. I'm not going to watch my people be enslaved. I'm putting my life on the line for my people. The music industry and the NBA are modern-day slave ships. I'm the new Moses. Buy land. Use the government money and buy land. We have
Kanye
to
been
evolve.
mad people,
Buy
by the
property. My kid's going to own my masters. Oh, I love when they start dropping texts. All right. I think we've heard enough here. How y'all feeling? What do you think?
Well, he actually is recently still going about the shit.
I like most of it. I mean, the $1,200 to buy the land. I don't know what you're gonna really get for the $1,200, but
You got to go to Connecticut.
okay.
That's a sick place to send somebody for land. Nah, go. And Joe said it like he studied the market. Nah, you got to go to Connecticut.
Connecticut, they're giving $2,400.
You got to go to Connecticut with that $1,200. They'll get you a good lot, right, Joe?
Good lot.
Get you a good lot in Connecticut.
Hey, for the last 20 years, y'all was telling me what $500 could get me in Atlanta until I went on Zillow the other day.
Them days is over.
Hey, check this out, man. It's like Fifth Ave over there.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, QC.
For real.
Yeah, I got off of there.
I'm with Ye, man.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing.
This rant is not one of his just like far out, like, what are you talking about? You understand what he's saying. He's talking about financial freedom, business freedom, not being in these contracts that basically enslave us. I understand it. I get it. Kanye's not. I tell people he's not crazy. Kanye's not crazy. He operates on his. He just says things at random times and goes on these rants, and people like to say like, oh, he's crazy. It's like, no, just read what he's saying.
Yeah. Well, sometimes he's crazy, but this was not one of them.
I don't think Kanye's ever crazy. He's just random. He's just random, and it seems like it comes out of nowhere, but it really doesn't.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? It's just that it's random because he gives a lot at one shot.
Yeah.
It's like things that he's probably been dealing with for years and months, and it's just like,
or that he's just dealing with that we don't know about.
Kanye
Exactly.
makes sense when he is concise and well thought out.
yeah.
Like,
I think Kanye's problem is he tweets like he's thinking, and sometimes he doesn't.
Shoots
and
from the hip
sometimes he
phrase it
articulates
correctly. Yeah.
just as in free thought,
Yeah.
and that's you can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, you can, but
You can, but
yeah.
listen, to be in the middle of the rant and say I am the second richest black man in America.
Swag.
That was swaggy.
That's swag.
That was nice.
He been waiting to get that off. Ooh, he been waiting to get that off on you niggas. He been waiting to get that one off. He finally got it off.
I wouldn't care if it's true or not. That should just sound fly. I didn't fact check it.
Yeah, no, he got it off though. He got it off.
I thought the lawyer text messages were kind of interesting with
About the
Universal
Sony?
contract. Well, I assume it was his lawyer. His lawyer said after he was talking about, I need all my shit back from Universal. I need to look at my contract. Said, meaning that we can argue that Universal and Sony have not supported you fully, and that as a result, they have breached. This is the lawsuit termination nuclear option. If we want to go that route, we would litigate and ask for your masters as part of the settlement. This is a high risk but high reward strategy.
Go for it.
Master ownership we can look into buying, but if Taylor's cost $300 million, yours would cost a lot more, I would assume. Remember that if you re-record these songs, you could own these new masters outright. A much more radical consideration would be to propose an entirely new relationship or joint venture with Universal, one that is equal and not one-sided. I'm not sure you are interested in doing that, but it could be Yeezy Media Universal joint venture play, but one where you would have all the power. He said, nah, fuck that.
He wasn't feeling
He
that.
said, I'm not open to any form of business with Universal or Sony.
I gotta be.
Swag.
I got.
I am.
But it's
I'm with him,
important.
man.
No, but listen, it is important to for us to tell our listenership and our viewership that you have to work yourself into a position to even be able to talk like this and have these type of conversations. This is not. It's not realistic to say this if you're just getting into the music business,
Or even if you've been in the music business for a long time, but haven't sold
this is a
bazillion records.
This is a very privileged position.
Kanye is a
that
different
Kanye is in.
monster.
Yeah,
And he, on top of that, he's made more money from his fashion shit than
Yeah.
music probably
Yeah.
at this point. So
Absolutely.
yeah, give me my
Absolutely.
shit. I
Absolutely.
can pay for it. What do you
Yeah.
need?
but it's chess. You got to play the game,
Right.
and when you get to a point where you can demand these things. But I do like the fact that Kanye is publicly putting his perception out there and his feelings out there to just get conversations going amongst other artists and stuff like that. I like that.
I'll tell you what I hate. I hate when you're on the phone with your attorney and they start explaining some of the options, and the one that you feel in the best at the end of the explanation, they say, this is the nuclear option.
Right.
This is not going to work.
Or it is, but it's gonna decimate everything.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that shouldn't be the first one I liked, huh?
And that's basically what
it
they
seems
saying.
like the nuclear option gets shit done.
It does.
It gets shit moving.
It's messy. It's like you said. It's a high risk, but the reward,
I'm assuming this negotiation or lack of has been going on for a while because Kanye has been wanting his masters back
We saw
from,
that a
from
couple
them
years ago. When
Yeah.
they,
for mad long.
and they renegotiated. I thought it.
And the lawyer is saying, hey, if
Yeah.
Taylor got 300, fam, I mean, if Taylor's cost 300, you're going to pay.
yeah.
I would imagine their catalogs would be roughly equal in value. Honestly,
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't at all.
I
Taylor
wouldn't.
Swift doesn't have samples, and she sold a bazillion records too.
That's true.
I bet their records are.
But I think that's why her catalog was so much because she doesn't.
that's what I'm saying.
have
But he's
samples.
saying Kanye's would be much more. Which I'm not saying it won't be more, but I bet it's not crazy.
I could
Not,
see-
no,
I could
I understand what you're saying. It's
I could
not
see
like
Ye at
a
500
crazy.
million.
Ye getting 5?
No. Universal would get 5.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
Right.
To get him back.
Ye having to pay 5.
I could see him having to pay 5.
Somewhere in that ballpark, somewhere around there.
But nobody knows why he's totally finished with Universal and Sony.
I probably started looking into
Probably for the reason that I've been fucking saying. No rant. No rant.
Yeah, no rant.
But shit, I've been saying that maybe we should look at Birdman a little differently if we Universal.
Yeah, this is
Kanye
This
is in that boat.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, if we're not gonna do proper business, listen, somehow in where I am in my life, I understand all of this, what he's saying.
Yeah.
And it's the same shit that he was ranting about last week that I was agreeing with. Hey, why don't I have a board seat with Gap? And why am I not on the board at Adidas.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm holding it down right now.
Well, that's
I
what
think that's a valid question.
No, but that's why I like it, Joe, because
and
it
then they
gets
went
those
into
ideas
it.
going.
Is that him that went into Phil Nike's worth versus Jordan's worth?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying Phil Knight was worth $40 billion and Michael's worth 1.6. And he said Phil Knight never had to jump from the free throw line.
Real shit though.
And he says when you Google Phil, you barely even see his face.
Well, that's the fight that I keep talking about that I'm not talking about anymore because we're having fun now. But, fam, I'm not selling as many sneakers as Michael Jordan. I'm worth $1 billion.
Yeah.
Something's off there. Now, granted, the cost of doing business, I know fair exchange, no robbery. I get all of that. But when's it going to change is all. That's all. That's
And
the
Phil
end of
Knight
my
has
rant.
sold a lot of other sneakers besides Jordan sneakers, but that gap between 40 billion
Jordan
and 1
is-
point and what Jordan did for
Jordan
Nike
is the king of the
it's
sneaker
crazy.
world.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That gap should not be like that.
Agreed.
I'm with you, yeah.
Yeah,
I like these type of rants.
This rant is not on the
This is reminiscent of
These
old
crazy
Ye.
meter.
These
This
are the
isn't a-
original
this isn't
Ye
a- Yeah,
rants.
this
This
isn't a
reminds
crazy
me of old
meter.
Ye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
And I do like him saying he misses his friends because, you know, when you reach the success that Kanye has and, you know, you take a minute to look around, you start to notice that a lot of your friends that you came
I
in
miss my
with,
friends and I.
yeah, like you don't see them
I'm
no
not
more.
yet.
You're not around them, and it's not because y'all fell out. It's just when your life takes off like this, everybody is not gonna, you know, that started with you is not gonna be around. But I like that though. Just let people know, like I miss my real friends.
Yeah, I miss my friends too.
Listen, a few
Real
months
shit.
ago,
This tweet too, which we didn't talk about. We need me, J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick, all in a room together. It's time to get free. We will not argue amongst each other while somebody we don't know in Europe is getting paid and putting that money in a hedge fund.
I like
Real
all of
shit.
that. I like all of that. I like all of that.
I'm with all
I
that.
like it. I'm not mad at that, man. Shout out to Ye.
Yeah.
a few months ago, in the early stages of COVID, I'll have to go back and find what podcast it was or just whatever was going on back then. But I clearly remember saying that this fight is headed to the workplace. I said it a lot.
Yeah.
And that is starting to take shape, or it's been taking shape, but it's becoming amplified now with my response to Spotify that we're not harping on, with everything that Kanye is saying right here about contracts and his fellow creator brothers that's at the top and where the money is going versus who deserves what. Here I also have word from John Boyega, right? And I'm going to read this. This says...
Who's John Boyega?
You'll figure it out as I read it.
Okay.
He says, I have decided to step down as Joe Malone's global ambassador. When I joined the brand as their first male global ambassador last year, I created the short film we used to launch the campaign. It won the Fragrance Foundation Virtual Awards 2020 for Best Media Campaign. Their decision to replace my campaign in China by using my concepts and substituting a local brand ambassador for me without either my consent or prior notice was wrong. The film celebrated my personal story, showcasing my hometown, including my friends, and featuring my family. While many brands understandably use a variety of global and local ambassadors, dismissively trading out one's culture this way is not something I can condone. He goes on and on with that. I also have here word from... Oh, I love this. The Ringer Union. It's their Twitter handle.
Okay.
The union,
Yeah.
not Bill. The employees.
Yeah.
Ahead of our next bargaining session, we're sharing stories from Ringer staffers about our compensation. Today, how the Ringer restricts employees' ability to supplement their income, even as it doesn't guarantee annual increases or reasonable salary floors.
Power to the worker, man.
I actually have 3 more of these cases too, not random, but people in the workplace.
So you're seeing the conversations are happening. More and more
Yes.
people are coming out. They're feeling like this, and that's what you want. You want these type of conversations to become normal.
Absolutely. We live in a world where corporations are valued above the working class, and it's to the point where the working class doesn't get even a chance,
Right.
and it's not cool. And
Right.
that's in everything. It's media, everything, every form of business that happens in corporate capitalistic society.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with capitalism. It's the way that it's being used.
Agreed.
Here's a black gentleman by the name of Jeremy Tardy. Unfortunately, I will not be joining Netflix's Dear White People for its 4th and final season due to my experience with Lionsgate and their practices of racial discrimination. After being offered to return for several episodes, my team was notified that our counteroffer would not be considered and that the initial offer was the best and final. Boy, does this sound familiar. This news was disturbing because one of my white colleagues, being a true ally, revealed that they too had received the same initial offer and had successfully negotiated a counteroffer. He goes on. My team expressed this issue to Lionsgate, and the producers maintained their position that the white actor was able to negotiate while I was not, regardless of my credits and experience. With this information, 6 recurring cast members, along with myself, banded together on Monday, August 30th. Blah, 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 blah. Union time. You see where this is going.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
I
go.
like it.
But just look around. Like
go.
it my ass.
I love it.
Look around. Like it's more and more people just paying a little more attention to some of the infrastructure, the intricacies, shit that I may not be
the shit
privy
makes
to.
no
It's more of us
sense.
talking publicly about our negotiations,
questions.
about wage inequality, about fucking the who's on
Wealth
the board
inequality.
here.
Yeah.
Didn't,
Yeah, no.
didn't
Ownership.
Kanye say something about it was somebody on his payroll as music advisor or something like that? And he didn't
Music
even,
consultant.
he didn't even know who it was.
I found this on my payroll. Who is this person?
Oh
sick.
man.
And I'm crying that he
for
thought
them
like
to-
Twitter would know her. Oh no, I know. Yeah, that's my homie.
It
I'm
probably
just-
is.
For Kanye to feel like this is the fight that I'm fighting, right? Would have to be frightening for like people like me, people like us. Anybody who has to look at this and say, "Well, damn." You know, I was sitting here bitching, talking about we made somebody 9 figures.
Yeah.
If, pardon me. If I'm Kanye and I make somebody a few B's,
Yeah.
Couple companies.
and I'm still not allowed to sit down with y'all,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's frightening.
It's sick
It
shit.
is. I mean, at some point, as a creator and
It's
as an
right.
artist, you look up and you say, "How come this person is so wealthy off of what I've done?" And
MLK said it, man. In America, it is rugged. It is socialism for the rich and rugged capitalism for the poor. And I'm not a communist, by the way. I just believe in the ideals of capitalism and democracy that was sold to us. Not what we're currently experiencing. But carry on.
Not what these Democrats are doing.
Y'all just trying to get him riled up, right?
I mean, we're here.
He's sitting there calm and peaceful. Y'all trying to get him in his bag.
I'm chilling, man.
No, I think Maul agrees with me on that sentiment.
Definitely.